to AntaraSquad. जैसे कि आप लोग जानते हैं that exams are very near. June exams are scheduled on 29th June and sociology students का काफी ज़्यादा request था that we come up with a last moment strategy, and I thought what would be better than asking the toppers from the last exam, last attempt, January attempt. So we have Satish and Princey with us. So we will be knowing the last moment strategy from them. But first, I want both Satish and Princey to introduce yourself. Tell us your January net score, your percentile. So yeah, please go ahead. Satish, we can start from you.
Yes, ma'am. Hello, everyone. I'm Satish. I'm currently pursuing MA Sociology from JNU. So, the last December cycle, I scored 240 out of 300. In paper one, I scored 38 questions out of 50. And in paper two, I scored 82 out of 100. So, currently, my MA just got over, and I'm currently preparing for PhD.
Okay. So, Princey, what about you?
Hello, ma'am. Hello, everybody. I recently completed my post-graduation from RDBB University, Jabalpur. I also belong to Jabalpur, Madhya Pradesh. And this year, I've secured All India Rank 5 in GRS with 244 marks and 99.98 percentile.
Okay, okay. So both the students are here with us who just got done with their post grad now, which also means कि जब ये लोग exam दे रहे थे, they were still in masters, and the fact that they have prepared simultaneously during their masters also for UGC net is what we are going to learn from them. But first, मैं आप लोगों से ये पूछना चाहती हूँ कि paper one is something which many students find difficult, especially coming from sociology, who must have left touch with maths or these sort of technical topics. So if you guys have to give a last moment strategy कि अभी last moment में paper one का focus क्या रहेगा, कैसे क्या revision करेंगे, कहाँ से? So again, starting with Satish, please tell us.
Yes, ma'am. So I had very little time to prepare for JRF because like already academics was too hectic in JNU. So most of the days I spent only for paper one because it was totally a new arena for me. So paper one, I actually had the book of KVS Madan, but I understood that it has too much facts and it takes a lot of time to go through everything. So I found a YouTube channel where I could find marathon videos of every chapter, which was around 3 to 4 hours. So I tried to watch the YouTube video in full speed so that I can get only the important concepts. And I went through the previous year questions and I was able to find out which are the areas which I have to focus more, which I have no idea about. So those areas like logical reasoning, mathematics I was already somewhat good at because I was from a physics mathematics background in school. So mathematics I didn't have to spend so much time. Data interpretation also I didn't have to spend so much time because I already had a good hold on it. So logical reasoning, whichever concepts I found that I have to spend more time to understand and get some conceptual clarity, I watched more YouTube videos just to get a clarity of the concept. And then other areas like people development and other ICT, I just watched YouTube videos to understand which were the main concepts, and I just tried to get the conceptual clarity, and then I tried practicing previous year questions.
Okay, so Satish, what I understand is maths part you were strong in, but rest of the things in the last moment you have dependent on YouTube marathon videos of various teachers, right? And also look at
Yes,
the previous year questions. So these two things are what I'm taking away from you. What about you,
yes.
Princey? अभी last moment के लिए paper one के लिए आप क्या बोलना चाहते हो aspirants को?
So, ma'am, for me, maths was a very difficult part.
Okay.
So I worked hard on DI, and in my first attempt, I ignored paper one, so I was only able to clear NET. And then in my second attempt, I really worked on my paper one and maths, reasoning, and everything. So that helped me crack GRF. And also, I would like to tell that I have prepared topic wise and not unit wise because I had very less time. Like Satish said, I also had a similar case. I had just 1 or 2 months for preparing because I was also preparing simultaneously for various other competitive exams. So I had a month or two, and I went all topic wise for paper one. And even for paper two, I would say, paper one, I did only important topics like fallacies, important institutions when it comes to higher education unit, and everything topic wise. So yeah, and DI also I did from Ankush Lamba sir. He
Okay.
teaches on YouTube for banking examinations.
Okay. All right. Okay. So we have two cases in front of us where Satish was comparatively stronger in maths, but we also have Princey who was not that strong in maths. And I think that will give uh, an overview to the aspirants जो कि maths में थोड़ा weak है. But you do understand from Princey's things that she has worked hard on it. So DI हो या maths का हो उसने time दिया है इस पे. तो अगर आप में से कोई भी ऐसे students हैं, let's say are trying to attempt the December attempt, try to make sure कि मैथ्स वाला पोर्शन या फिर जो भी डिफिकल्ट लगता है आप लोगों को उसमें थोड़ा ज्यादा टाइम दे थोड़ा पहले से बिकॉज आई थिंक इट्स रियली इम्पॉसिबल इन द लास्ट 2 weeks to learn everything or get an idea. Of course YouTube marathon videos do give a very good overview, but I think अगर आप मैथ्स में वीक है तो उसके लिए थोड़ा और टाइम चाहिए होता है यस और प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चंस का तो इम्पोर्टेंस आई एम सीइंग फ्रॉम बोथ ऑफ यू बिकॉज प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चंस एज आई ऑलवेज से गिव्स यू एन आइडिया कि किस तरीके की क्वेश्चंस आती हैं राइट so now tell us about your paper 2 of course preparation you can tell how you guys did but my more focus would be to you guys to tell कि last अभी 2 हफ्ते में let's say you guys have 2 weeks in front of you for paper 2 what will you guys do or what would you have done आप लोगों ने भी 2 हफ्ते पहले क्या किया था so those things if you guys can tell so again Satish.
Yes, ma'am. So last time when I was preparing for JRF, I hardly had 7 to 10 days for preparation because already my mid-semester exams were going on. So when I prepared for CUET, I had already gone through the PYQs of NET exam. So that helped me a lot. I had a question bank of PYQs. And then this time what I did, the best thing was like most of the days I spent for paper one because I had no idea about it. And paper two, I was relatively confident because I'm from a sociology background. Like I did my UG in Loyola College in Tamil Nadu, and then like I did in JNU, so I was relatively confident. So then when I went through PYQ of 1 year, like of the previous year, then I got an idea where I'm weak at in paper two also. So I watched MCQ videos posted by Antara ma'am, all the free videos in YouTube. There was like topic wise videos, so I found out that I'm somewhat weak in research methodology. So I practiced more MCQs in research methodology. I watched it in full speed because of time constraint. And whenever I got free time while eating, I was just watching the videos of Antaramam, and that helped a lot.
Okay. So what I understand from you is similar. You have looked at the previous year questions. You have tried to look at those marathon videos and all of that available on YouTube. But what I'm liking more is that you have tried to focus on your weak areas. Students generally क्या करते हैं? They're just blindly following the syllabus, right? कि wherever they're going wrong, they're not able to understand what is their weak point. Like if I have to talk about me, I'm generally weak in GK topics and all those things. So I know my weak areas. Similarly, it would be my request to all the students अभी लास्ट 2 हफ्ते में आप उन एरियाज पे फोकस करें जो आपको लगते हैं कि आपके लिए वीक है यहाँ पे ज्यादा मार्क्स आपके जा रहे हैं so whenever you're solving mock test questions or previous year questions, easily you can identify कि क्या factual question में गलती होता है या फिर conceptual question में गलती हो रहा है. Where is it that you're not able to score well? So that is what I think you have also tried to tell the students, right? Okay.
Yes.
So we'll come back to you, Satish, again. So Princey, you tell us now कि last 2 हफ्ते में क्या करना है अभी? So if you are there as a sociology aspirant paper 2 का कैसे क्या करें?
So, ma'am, if we talk about the last few days strategy, so what I did was I had one pager notes of each unit in paper two. So that helped me revise every part of syllabus. And it's a very wise decision to revise each and every corner of your syllabus. You know, it's a very good way to get going in a very confident manner in the examination hall. If you have everything in on your fingers, every fact on your fingers, if you have revised it well in the last few days. So one pager notes for every unit would
Nice.
be my piece of advice for the last few days.
Hmm. Okay, so you went through your notes, like abridged notes that you had made, हर एक unit का एक short summary, those things you had focused on in the last two. Okay, also, how much importance will you
Yes.
give to mock tests and previous year questions? आपने कितने सालों के previous year questions लगाए थे या फिर what idea did you guys both get from previous year questions? Like this time I'm focusing more on the last 6 years of previous year questions because if you see the question pattern of the older papers वो काफी चेंज हो गया है सो व्हाट डू यू गाइस थिंक कि पीवाईक्यूज कितने साल तक लगाने से या फिर आप लोगों ने कितने साल तक लगाया था हाउ मच डिड यू बेनिफिट फ्रॉम दैट
Yes, ma'am. So I felt that I should focus more on MCQs, mock tests, and PVQs rather than focusing on syllabus due to the time constraint.
हम्म
So I watched a lot of videos. I lost count of how many videos I watched. I mostly watched all the free videos, mostly of Antara ma'am only. All the previous year question discussions and mock test discussions. I relied mostly on YouTube videos this time. While preparing for CUET, I got a question bank and I think I did almost 10 to 15 year
हम्म
PYQs of net exam during that time. But this time I mostly relied only on YouTube videos.
ओके ओके व्हाट अबाउट यू प्रिंसी
So, ma'am, similarly, I started from backwards. Started from 2024 PYP and जितने पीछे जा सकती थी मैं उतने पीछे गई जितना भी टाइम था
हम्म
मेरे पास and
हम्म
I had covered almost all the PYQs and even other sociology examinations that I could get. I tried on solving as many MCQs as possible. I tried your 1,000 MCQ series and
या
completed it thoroughly.
ओके ओके सो आई थिंक व्हाट आई अंडरस्टैंड फ्रॉम बोथ ऑफ यू इज कि अभी लास्ट मोमेंट में लास्ट 2 weeks में you know somebody of course people who have not prepared at all we don't know how to go about that in 2 weeks but even then I would feel कि हर एक यूनिट का एक स्नैपशॉट मिल जाए तो बेहतर है isn't it right like abridged idea of what these units are talking about conceptually etc and at least 5 साल के PYQs and which I'm already doing with my students through unit wise previous year questions, just in case anybody is missing on my Unacademy free classes, so students can see that, as well as जो भी mock test के free videos हैं available और जो नए वाले आने वाले हैं उनको. And I think last 2 weeks should not be given to learning anything new as such because I think students get very nervous with new things coming up so they are always like कि ma'am इतना vast है syllabus भूल गए हैं सब कुछ we are forgetting everything so my request to all the students would be listening to the toppers that we have with us today कि focus should be on the things that you have learned and prepared plus PYQs plus mock tests and your abridged notes right that's what I understand should be the attitude also another thing since abhi exam zyada dur nahi hai exam is right in front of us when you are in the exam hall for example you're looking at a question from sociology which you do not know जो कि बहुत सारे students का होता है they see a question that they don't know and they get so nervous that they end up ruining the other questions as well whose answer they could have answered correctly so how to deal with that like how did you guys deal with when you saw a question on the screen which you have no idea about or you don't know you're finding it complicated did it affect your solving of questions of the other things that you guys knew
Yes, ma'am. So when I started with the DI, I understood like when I was doing the first question itself, I realized that it's very difficult and I'm not able to, I won't be able to do this. So I was very nervous and when I was doing the third or fourth question, I understood that almost half an hour has gone. So I was really afraid that, okay, like now I should be a little bit faster.
Hmm.
Otherwise, I won't be able to do part B properly. So
Yeah.
then I moved to part B and I understood that part B I can do it fast because it won't take that much time. So I did part B as fast as possible I could, and I didn't stick with any question for more time. If I had a doubt about it, I just marked it for review, and I thought I
Hmm.
will come back to it at the last.
Yeah.
Then I again came to part A, and I finished part A, and I was able to finish the exam 10 to 20 minutes earlier. And
Earlier.
after that, I checked all the questions that I have marked for review.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I like the fact that how you marked it. You had a doubt, you marked it, and you immediately moved ahead with the next. There are many students who get just fixated and they're stuck. The moment they see कि let's say consecutively 2-3 questions का आंसर नहीं पता, immediately the morale just breaks and they are like क्या होगा, कुछ नहीं आ रहा है. So that should not be the attitude. You mark the question you have a doubt in, immediately move to the next, so that we do not waste time with questions which we anyway can't answer. So Princey, what about you?
So, ma'am, I always emphasize on changing the paper attempting strategy according to what suits you the best.
Yeah.
Uh, when I talk about myself, I always started the paper in a reverse order.
Hmm.
Like paper one, the very first question we see is of DI,
Yeah.
and this is very tricky for me. So
Hmm.
I start with comprehension first, because when I started with the DI question in my first attempt, I just saw that I used to take it on my ego that I have to solve this, I've studied this, and I'm not able to do it somehow. So I will just stick on that question and
Yeah.
try to solve it again and again, and not being able to get the answer frustrates, and you're not able to move forward. So I used to start the paper in the reverse order. The paper one, I started in the reverse order, and paper two, you can just start right from the first question itself.
Hmm.
And yes, elimination techniques
Yes.
works in the examination. All you have to be very wise and focus on keywords of thinkers, which will help you in solving the PYQs, because the exam is getting dicey each year. Each year.
Okay, so from Princey also we get a very interesting thing that just चीज पे आप weak हो, some area, let's say you're weak, you don't know how to solve DI. So the first question, if you start with DI, the morale will immediately go down because you'll get fixated with that question. So that is something which I have also shared with students several times कि आप उस पेपर के साथ शुरू करो जिसमें आप ज्यादा कॉन्फिडेंट है, be it paper one or paper two. Similarly, if one starts with the passage questions, because passage may you get, I think in paper 2 you get 20 marks in passage, you have 10 questions in paper 2, and in paper 1 I think you get 10 marks because 5 questions with passage. And passages are mostly very very easy, जहाँ पे directly answer जो है वो passage में ही रहता है most of the time. सो इफ यू स्टार्ट विद दैट, ऑलरेडी आपके 15 क्वेश्चंस जो है 30 मार्क्स आपका ऑलरेडी वहां पे स्कोर हो जाता है. उसके बाद यू कैन गो रिवर्स ऑर्डर, विच एवर यू गाइज फाइंड डिफिकल्ट यू कैन पुट इट इन द एंड. बट उसके चक्कर में मेनी स्टूडेंट्स एंड अप डूइंग दैट मिस्टेक कि उसमें बहुत टाइम चला गया, उसके बाद पेपर ही कंप्लीट नहीं हुआ. देयर आर सो मेनी स्टूडेंट्स ऑफ्टन वुड टेल मी कि मैम पेपर इतना लेंथी था, जाना हुआ क्वेश्चंस छोड़ के आए बिकॉज वी कुड नॉट फिनिश द पेपर. So make sure you solve all the easy things that you guys already are aware of, and then keep the end time for those things which you think will take time for you to solve. जैसे for example Satish के लिए maths easy था, so he can easily start with the DI portion. But for Princey it was difficult, so she has kept DI towards the end because she knew उसमें ज़्यादा time लगेगा. Yes, okay. So yeah, so I think we got almost pretty much good idea. Princey has also talked about focusing on elimination method कि कौन सा thinker इसमें सूट होगा ही नहीं, कौन सा option नहीं सूट होगा, उसको सबसे पहले eliminate करना है, so that you have this 50-50 chances. Focusing on keywords of thinkers, concepts, also thematically. Like a lot of times I see students fail to understand कि कौन सा थिंकर कौन से थीम पे काम करता है. लेट्स से इफ देयर इज अ क्वेश्चन ऑन कल्चर एंड इफ आई पुट सम एब्सोल्युटली रैंडम थिंकर इन द कमेंट्स जिसका कोई लेना देना नहीं है कल्चर के साथ, आई थिंक दोज थिंग्स आल्सो नीड टू बी वर्कड आउट कि इस थिंकर को आप कैंसिल करो बिकॉज इनका काम कल्चर पे हो ही नहीं सकता, लाइक दैट. So okay, so that's all, pretty much we got everything. Just last one liners from you guys for the upcoming aspirants. What is that success mantra you guys would like to give to the June 29th aspirants?
Yeah, I would like to suggest that we should focus more on DA, because if we are very confident with DA, you either get all 5 questions right or
Yeah.
you get all 5 questions wrong. So that will make a big difference. And also, I would suggest to look at more MCQs, a lot of MCQs, as much as it's possible.
MCQs पे अभी last moment में बहुत ज़्यादा focus करना है. Okay, plus work on the DI. What about you, Princey?
I would like to add on what Satish has said, that focus on PYQ and MCQs. Even if not MCQs, you have to do 1 year PYQ each day. It
Mm.
just helps. Sometimes the question gets repeated or the theme gets repeated. Uh, and also, you have to revise n number of times your paper one and paper two and balance both the papers equally well.
Revision is very, very important. MCQs, PYQs देखना है, and both paper one and paper two have to be balanced equally. Okay. So thank you so much, Satish and Princey, for coming to this platform at this hour when students, I think, need you guys the most. Because as I said, as a teacher, I have no other strategy. My strategies have become very old now. So they are like, ma'am, last moment strategy. Though I'm like, mere liye first moment or last moment strategies are same. It's like finish the syllabus, revise MCQs, PYQs. I don't have any other strategy. But it was very nice to have both of you here. I mean, thank you for giving us your time such in such an abrupt way we put this meeting up. So thank you so much. I hope students get inspired and we also get toppers from sociology again like you guys in this attempt. So yeah, thank you so much.